Good afternoon. Today we're going to be looking at information questions in reported speech. Before we start, we need to ask ourselves, what is a clause? Well, let's answer what a clause is. Clauses are like mini sentences. That is, they have a subject and a predicate. That is, they have a verb plus an object. That predicate is verb plus object. And clauses occur usually inside sentences. So, example of subject, verb, object: dogs eat meat. The subject, dogs; the verb, eat; and the object, meat and bones. That is a clause. Let's move on now and let's talk about WH noun clauses. So let's look at this sentence right here. He wants to know something. Okay, in a sentence, WH clauses function as a noun. What is a noun in this sentence? Well, he and something. Something is our noun. If I replace the noun something with a WH noun clause, such as where the key is, you can see how a WH clause functions as a noun. He wants to know where the key is. He wants to know something, replacing the noun something with he wants to know where the key is. Remember that WH clauses start with a WH word. So that is WH word, where, the subject, the key, and the verb, is. Okay, in reported speech, WH clauses are the object of a reporting verb. Here, our reporting verb is know. Usually the main verb is going to be a reporting verb. Here, our other examples of reporting verbs are say, state, tell, think, agree, suggest, ask, argue, question, and request. So those are other examples of reporting verbs. Let's talk about how WH noun clauses work. So WH clauses are similar to information questions in that they substitute information with a WH word. So for example, I would like to know what you are thinking. Okay, I can rewrite this as, what are you thinking? Okay, that's an information question. I would like to know where you are going. I can replace this as, where are you going? That's an information question. Okay, and of course, the substituted information is a WH word. Moving forward, let's look at clauses as questions. So because it is a clause, it must have subject, verb, word order. So look at these sentences below. What is wrong in the sentences below? Okay, I'm not sure when is the student coming, and if she can't decide where should she go. Okay, so we have these two sentences. Both sentences have the same error. Take about 5 seconds to find the error. Okay, in the first sentence, when is the student coming? This is not subject verb order. This is question order. So in order to make it question order, subject verb order, sentence order, I need to move is and put it after the subject. Okay, so I'm not sure when the student is coming. Same thing here. She can't decide where should she go. Again, this is not question sentence word order. It's question word order. So I need to take should and move it again after the subject. So where she can't decide where she should go. So because in reported speech, clauses are we're reporting a question someone else asked. We need to change the order because it's a clause. So we have to move modals after the subject. For example, he asked, why should she study? We don't want to say why should she study. We want to change this to, she asked why she should study. We have to move the be verbs after the subject. Okay, Jack asked, where is she? Okay, where is she is a question, but if I'm reporting it, then I'm going to say Jack asked where she is. Same thing with the be auxiliaries. We have to move them after the subject. So when is she going? Okay, that's a question, but if it's a reported speech, then Jack asked when she is going. Okay, move the be auxiliaries after the subject. And lastly, most have auxiliaries after the subject. So Jack asked, what has she done? Okay, we don't want has here. We want to move it after the subject. So Jack asked what she has done. And lastly, if I have a question with a do auxiliary, I need to remove it and return the tense to the verb. So Jack asked, where did she go? So where did she go is a question, but when it's reported, such as Jack asked, then I need to remove did and put the tense back in go. So Jack asked where she went. Okay, let's look at some ways that we're going to change information questions to from direct to reported speech. So here we go. To change direct speech question to an indirect speech question, we must. Okay, well, let's look at what's being reported. Why did you leave? So, as a direct quote, it's that he asked, why did you leave? First of all, we need to remove the comma, remove the capital, remove the quotation marks, remove the question mark, delete the did auxiliary, and put the tense back into the verb. Okay, so no did and no leave, but left. And there we have it. This is a reported speech. He asked why you left. Okay, moving forward now. To change direct speech question to an indirect speech, we must. Well, what are we reporting? This young boy said, when can I swim? Okay, so he asked, when can I swim? Okay, this is direct speech. Let's change it to a reported speech or indirect speech. So first we have to remove the comma, remove the capital, remove the quotation marks, remove the question mark, change the pronoun. When he says I, he's referring to himself, but he's not referring to me, so we have to change I into he. And lastly, we have to backshift and move and backshift the modal. So this is in the past, so we have to backshift it. He asked when he could swim. Lastly, to change direct speech question to an indirect speech question, we must. Okay, so what are we reporting? Here, the girl, where are you going? So she asked, where are you going? Well, let's rewrite this. Okay, of course, we're going to remove the commas, remove the capital, remove the quotation marks, remove the question mark, backshift the auxiliary and move it before the verb. So are, were, and there we have. She asked where you were going. Okay, so quick summary. WH clauses start with a WH word. Okay, so where the key is, he wants to know where, WH word, the key, subject is, verb. WH clauses are similar to information questions in that they substitute information with a word. So I would like to know what you are thinking. What are you thinking? That's an information question. And to change direct speech question to an indirect speech, we must remove the comma, remove the capital, remove the question marks, remove the quotation marks, remove the question marks, change the pronoun if necessary. So, but here it's not necessary, and change the sentence word order. So she can, could, she could, and backshift modals and verbs. Okay, that concludes this presentation. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, please email me. And thank you so much for watching.